Hey y'all, I know it has been a while since I've came back with another DIY, but I'm back and better than ever. Today I'm going to be redoing this desk that my sister royally messed up. It looks like a peanut butter Reese's cup. I can't believe she painted it these colors, but I'm going to fix it, of course, for my mother. So you guys can just stay tuned to see how I took it from that to this. I used chalk paint. I did a little bit distressing, and I kind of wanted to give it that beachy, whitewash vibe. So I did this to it. So right now I'm just going to start, and I'm going to start with my citrus strip, and I'm also going to cover my hands, pour it all over the desk because I need to get that paint up that was that my sister put on the desk to begin with. So I'm just going to put a light film of that citrus strip on the top of the desk. I'm not going to do the whole desk because there is no need to prime when it comes to chalk paint. So when you do get to the point where it's time to scrape it off, it's going to look like this. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to scrape it up with a scraper. And it should come off as easily as that. I know it looks a little bit disgusting, but that's what happens when you use latex paint on a wooden desk. So after you get done, this is what it should look like. You're going to have to do a little bit of sanding to go ahead and get that surface bare enough for you to paint over it with chalk paint. So what I'm doing here is I'm going over the surface and I'm sanding down the surface so that I can prepare myself for my primer, which is this right here. I'll link it down below for you guys. So I'm just priming the top of that desk because that's where you're going to have the most contact at. I found it essential to go ahead and just take the paint off that part because it's going to have the most human contact. So right now I'm just priming the top of this desk. Oh, and just to give you guys a tip, when you're using chalk paint, it's not required that you prime your surfaces. Because of chalk paint and how it is, it's not a requirement, but I am going to go ahead and prime. So these knobs right here, these are the knobs that I'm going to put on the desk. I got them from Amazon. They were about 14 bucks for like, I think 20 or 30, I'm not sure. I'll link it below for you guys. And I also got some 24 karat pure gold spray paint by Design Master. So, of course, these knobs look gorgeous on their own, but I wanted to make them a gold color to kind of make them pop against that white. So what I'm going to do is go with that 24 karat gold spray paint, and I'm going to spray paint it on those knobs. And as you guys can tell, that spray paint is so freaking stunning. Like, I couldn't believe how gold it actually was. So right here I'm just giving you guys a close-up, kind of showing you the texture of it and the glossiness of it. So now I'm going to go in with my home decor chalk folk art paint, and I'm going to use patina, the color patina. It's kind of like a beachy blue, and I kind of wanted to go for that look. And I also have the folk art chalk brush as well. So I just took like a paper plate and I dipped my brush in there. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to go through and streak randomly in places that I want that blue to pop through when I distress the desk at a later time. I just wanted to make sure that, that blue is going to be highlighted. I really wanted to make this like a beachy vibe. So the blue is really an essential piece when it comes to this desk. So now I'm just streaking it. You don't have to do it in a particular way. Just kind of streak it and what's up, pre-K gang? Hey. Okay, so now I want to take my pink drill gang. What's up? Y'all already know from my other DIY. Y'all seen this pink drill before. I'll link it down below for you guys. So of course this desk had hardware. The hardware is ugly, so I'm going to take it off. I'm going to remove the hardware, and of course I'm going to make way for those new knobs. Now, there are going to be holes from that old hardware. I'm not too much concerned about that because the knobs are wide enough to cover those holes. If you so choose to, you could refill those holes with wood filler and then resand over it if you'd like. But my knobs are going to cover it anyway, so I just decided not to go ahead and put wood filler in it. So I'm going to take my home decor chalk paint in patina, and I'm going to do that same streaking method that I did for the desk, because I want the blue to pop out on the drawers as well. Okay, now I'm going to take my home decor chalk paint, and I think it's Ardenac. I don't know. I'll link it for you guys below. It's a weird name. And I'm going to go ahead and paint over those blue streaks. Well, I'm just going to paint the top of my desk anyway, but you know, of course, I'm just going to go ahead and paint my desk white, and then I'm going to go back at a later time and distress and bring those pops of blue that's underneath that white out. Okay, right here, of course, you know, I'm going to paint my drawers. Just going to paint over it with that weirdly named white paint. And you guys already know what you need to do. You just need to paint over those drawers. I'm just painting the front simply because, you know, that's the other sides aren't going to be seen as often. So yeah. Okay, so as you guys can see, the desk is painted white now. You can kind of see those hues of blue popping out at you. But that's fine, because I'm going to go back and I'm going to distress it anyway. Now, I do want to give you guys a tip. If you want to make it easier, if you want to have bigger chunks of distressing, I recommend that you go ahead and put some Vaseline over those blue streaks and then distress it. Okay, so right now I'm just taking some sandpaper and I am distressing these drawers. I'm just not really going in. I'm just not really trying to get it to show out fully blue, because I want the desk to kind of age gracefully on its own. So as the years go on, then that desk is going to pop out more of that blue. And yeah, so I don't want to overly distress it. I just want to distress it to the point that they know it's something under there. So I'm taking my knobs and I'm going ahead and I'm putting those knobs on my drawer. As I told you guys earlier, I wasn't really concerned with covering up those holes where the previous hardware was, because my knobs are going to cover it anyway, as you can see. So there you go. And I'm gonna go ahead and put in that other knob over there. And once I get done, you guys will see exactly what I mean by it covering up the holes. See? It was like it was never there. So of course I'm just gonna continue on with placing the rest of my knobs onto my dresser drawers. Oh, I just want to go over and say how amazing this drill is. Okay, for like 20 bucks. You get so many attachments, and then on top of that, they're magnetic. So you guys should definitely pick that up. And like I said, I'll link it below. So right here, I'm just putting my drawers back in. Of course, it's trial and error. You got to make sure each drawer fits exactly where it was the first time, or it won't fit in the drawer. So right now, I'm just taking my drawers, putting them back in. And it looks so like distressed on the front. It looks real antique, which is what I was going for. So I was going for like a beach antique vibe, and I think I got that on the front of the desk here. So what I'm doing right now is I am going ahead and, oh my God. Woo! Y'all, I'm not going to edit that out, because this is the real. This is the real. Everything does not go perfect when you're doing a furniture restoration. It just doesn't. But I am sanding it down. I'm trying to make some of those blues pop out. Like I said, I'm not going to overly distress it, because I want over time for the desk for the blues to pop out. So this is how it looks in the end. As you can tell, some of that blue is popping out, but I like the point of distressing that I've done on this desk. And as it gets better over time, it's going to look even better and better because of the distressing that I did, that I didn't overly distress it. Those knobs are absolutely gorgeous. You guys make sure you pick you up some. I really like the way those knobs turned out on this desk. You already know what you need to do. You need to hit that subscribe button, and while you're here, watch my previous videos. Subscribe to the Pre-K Gang.